Guys, the United States of America is not giving up on the three Sahel states, Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso. They are still pushing. They are pushing. The United States government, Donald Trump, has been sending envoy to this country to speak with the leaders of the three Sahel states. They want them back. They want them back into this relationship, this bloody relationship that all of the Africans have with the West. This bad marriage that we have with them. The question is, why is it that these guys are not, so serious and more focused on heavenly race, like the people they gave the rest to, like Africans? Heavenly race, I no go tire. Heavenly race, I no go tire. Heavenly race, I no go tire. I no go tire. We are so serious with heavenly race, but the people that gave us this heavenly race don't give a fuck. They are looking for minerals everywhere. The mineral is on this our planet. The United States of America, you people should focus on heavenly race now. You people should focus on the mansions and that mansion, that beautiful place that is in the sky, and leave these small countries with their minerals now, please. This news is coming from so many media outlets, but this particular one from France 24, it says Washington trades military support to Sahel juntas for access to mineral wealth. Let's open it. Under President Donald Trump, the United States has quietly recalibrated its Sahel strategy, trading military support to West African juntas battling jihadists for lucrative access to their region's vast mineral wealth. Expert says the strategy marks a stark shift from the Biden administration aid freeze amid coups. So, Joe Biden sees all the nonsense aids that they were giving to these three Sahel states after the military leaders took over, signaling a new era of transactional diplomacy as Washington seeks to counter Russian and Chinese influence in Africa. What is it? What is it? Is this relationship by force? Is it like till death do us part? You have a relationship with Africans, and the relationship is not favorable. At some point, if you are dating somebody, if he's not working, una go on a separate ways. No be do or die. Person no supposed to buy inside. They say, okay, this relationship is not favoring us, so they now say, okay, we are done. Let's break up. Let's go and date another person or other people. Let's taste them and see if it will be better. And they started with Russia and China, and this one is at least a little bit favorable, better than the relationship Una had. And the United States of America is now telling them that we want to come back. We want to come back, reconcile with you, and start giving you military, start giving you support to fight terrorism that they created. Who is the people, or who are the people that create this jihadists, this terrorism that they are fighting? Terrorism that they created. Africans, are you people watching? Hope you guys are watching, and hope you are educating your children, because this is why these other people are better than us. The people that enslaved our ancestors, they are gone, but their descendants, their children, continue from the legacy of their ancestors, because they pass down the knowledge to their children, to their offspring. But Africans, no, we don't have anything like that. If we have that, if our ancestors actually pass down right knowledge to us, we will not even be Christians. Imagine the so-called fundamental black Africans. Their ancestors, they saw these people throwing their fellow Africans inside the sea, feeding them to sea beings on their way to these countries for slavery. They came and started working for them. They saw the kind of amount of heinous crime melted on them, yet they did not pass the knowledge to their children and tell their children, you see, we are serving the God of these people because we don't have a choice. We are forced to do that. Please, this is not the right thing to do. That is why then they are messed up, Legion. They are messed up. They did not pass good knowledge down to them. That is why they are fucked. Look at them doing drugs and being useless. That is the same thing with Africans on the continent. There's no history. We don't pass down the right knowledge down to our children. No. You cannot compare an African child to a Russian child. A Russian child that knows all the wars fought by their ancestors, knows everything from beginning to end. No. African children are in church. They are teaching them about heaven, about heavenly race, about the white guy with blue eye and blonde hair that is coming to save them. I hope you are learning, and I hope you are passing the information down to your children. Oga Donald Trump, they say they don't want, no be by force. Please leave them alone. Leave them alone, no be by force. They don't want. The relationship did not work. It wasn't favorable. They are going for another person. They want to date a different people now and see how far. Our people say that now I know dinner, but please, I am begging. And for those of you that are coming under my comment section and telling me, slow down the way you talk about the United States of America, because like this, they will not give you visa. I don't give a fuck about their visa. Listen to me. I don't care about their visa. You feel me? A working, strong, united Africa is far more better than anywhere outside of Africa. You feel me? Thank you.
Russia intelligence have discovered that Ukrainian instructors are the ones training terrorists and supplying drones to them in the Sahel. The Russian services have claimed to identify the presence of Ukrainian instructors in Central African Republic, Mali, Somalia, Libya, Chad, and Burkina Faso, including Congo. And the drones that these Ukrainian instructors are supplying to these terrorists is this drone, the Mark III models. You can imagine, Ukraine have their own war going on, but they still have resources to fund terrorism in the Sahel and across Africa. Wait, if Ukraine is the one funding all these terrorist groups and supplying drones to them in these African countries, could the plan be to take out the leaders of these countries so that the West as well as Ukraine will gain a stronghold and get access to more resources to fund the war against Russia? Could this be the plan? Tell me what you think in the comments.
So Donald Trump wants to take control of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger in exchange of natural resources. So Donald Trump said that he's going to guarantee security in Sahel states. All the terrorist group will disappear in a second. All they have to do, they have to give their minerals to the US. So my question is, who is financing the terror group in Sahel states? Because to me it seems like the one who is financing the terror in Sahel state, he's the one who wanna bring the solution to the cause, right? So what do you guys think? Let me know. Make sure you like the video, you share, and you tell me what you think. And guess what? The minerals is going nowhere. We are not giving minerals to anybody.
Over 2 million Israelis and Ukrainians have landed in South Africa, Cape Town. As you can see, listen.
You are not even normal Jews, you are Zionists. I'm talking to you. Hello, shut your mouth now. Don't make me try to scare it for me. Listen, sir, listen. Do whatever you want it. Say whatever you want it. I'm not scared for you. You are baby killer to me. Okay? Zionists out of Africa. Zionists out of Africa.
Are you seeing it?
Zionists out of Africa.
South Africans, you guys don't want to learn from history. From Palestine, you don't want to learn. The same South Africans, black South Africans, you guys hate other black Africans. You prefer white South Africans. Now their people have welcomed them in South Africa. Go and write it down. What happened to Palestine will happen to you guys. They are expanding all over Cape Town. They are expanding. They are chasing you guys away in your land. You don't learn from history. You don't learn. You guys always against black Africans. You don't want to see black Africans in your country. You prefer white South Africans. Take a look at what is happening right now. They have come to stay in South Africa. You cannot chase them away. You are telling them to go away. Zionists to go away. They have come to stay. The same thing happened in Palestine in 1948. The same thing happened. They arrived They occupied. Right now, they have kicked Palestinians away from the land. The same thing will happen to you guys.
South Africa, is everything okay over there? A lot of South Africans have been tagging me on this video, and I want us to watch the video together.
We have got a serious issue now. To begin with, this is a small business, and do you guys understand which South African laws as in South Africa, foreigners are not allowed to operate businesses. That's number one. That's the constitution that guides us as a country and as a sovereign state. I will assume you come from Zimbabwe. You come from? Swaziland. Okay. So I need to show you Swaziland, but each and every sovereign state in a mithetho yayo that guides them. Tina, as South Africans, we are guided by the constitution, and the constitution that does not allow foreign nationals to operate small businesses. They allow right? And number two,
Victoria of Africa. First thing first, take Africa off your name and put Victoria of Soweto or Victoria of South Africa. Okay? Because what you are doing is not African at all. Just imagine that woman to be your mother in another African country, and she's been recorded and questioned and be gang like that and answering question on video that has gone viral. Imagine that woman to be your mom, your mother, hustling in another African country trying to feed her kids, and other Africans go around gang, put her in a circle like that and be asking her questions. Imagine that woman to be your mom in the first place. Second, you are now recruiting white women to kick black women out of African country. Victoria, it's a shame to be an African. Me, because Africans are not even safe or living in peace in any part of the world. Even black Americans that are born in America, they still don't have peace and freedom in America. And they sponsoring you, paying you to go around instigating black on black hate, and you are doing it, recruiting other mumu black South Africans, and they doing it. If you really say you are doing this for black South Africans to have jobs, you know where to start. Why not go to the white communities, to the white neighborhood, and gang white woman like that and ask her the same question? Or why not stop white women on the way and ask them the same question, Victoria? If this is not an agenda that someone is an organization is sponsoring you to do, why not do the same thing to white people? There is Clemfortune, there is Orania, there are a lot of neighborhood, Western Cape, Eastern Cape, there are white people everywhere. So every white person in South Africa is South African. Now you're even making mistake calling the woman Zimbabwean. I'm sure you are Zimbabwean. You just consider every black person as Nigerian or Zimbabwean. It's a shame that this is coming from an African lady that used to date a Zimbabwean before. You just become so bitter and so ugly, and you are ugly. It's a shame, Victoria. Don't call yourself Victoria of Africa because you're not African. I don't know if you're even thinking of visiting other African countries one day, or you're thinking your kids will even want to visit other African countries with your face everywhere. And these things you're doing will come back to you, I promise you. I've never seen you stop a white person on the way to ask them questions. If you are really in for the hope or the best for black South Africans, you know where to start. You are talking about you are South African, this is your country. Which thing you own? You own anything there in South Africa? 85% of land and properties and things are owned by white. You say you are South African, you are fighting for selling tomatoes and spicer shops and things for your own people. That's what you're fighting for black South Africans. When there are companies, industries, for you to own land, farmland, buildings, you are running around fighting for selling tomatoes for women that are selling tomatoes to help their family. Victoria, are you not ashamed of yourself? Recruiting white women to kick out black women in Africa, in an African country. You run around saying you are fighting for black South Africans. You want them to have business. You want them to do this. You think they start business with your hand? Business need capital, need patience. You need investment. In your own country, you are running around with a group of people, ignorant black South Africans. They running around fighting people, selling spaza shop, fighting people for selling tomatoes, fighting people, doing security, doing cleaning job. So you want black South Africans to go and do cleaning job in their own country? Huh? Really? You are a fool for this. And that's why you're so ugly, because your heart is black. It's a shame. And remember, your face is everywhere. Your face is everywhere. And this thing you're doing will come back to you. And we are praying for this thing not to escalate, because other Africans are seeing what you people are doing to their brothers and sisters and their mothers there on video. We pray for this not to escalate, so other Africans will not start doing it to African women or African men that are in other African parts of the country, because we know there are good South Africans, good black South Africans. Not the you mumu ones that are there instigating black on black hate, but we know. Because even your president is apologizing every time, but you will keep doing this. But don't worry, it will come to you, and when it comes, it will come fully. Okay? Be prepared when it comes. Ugly zombie.
Africa's becoming one before our very eyes, and I'm telling you, the Americans don't like it. They are doing anything that they can to stop it. You see, Namibia, Zambia, and Botswana, they have decided to remove their borders. The borders that the colonizers put up, they are removing it. Imagine that. If you want to go between those two countries, all you need is your national ID, and you can just go through. That's just amazing. Those three countries, Namibia, Botswana, and Zambia, they're the first ever to create the Borderless Africa Alliance. They're trying to influence other African countries to do it, and I'm telling you, the Americans noticed and they are not impressed. They sent their representatives. They told them that they are not following the right process. They have to consult with the Americans, and the Americans have to oversee what is going on there. They cannot just do it out of nowhere. And I wonder, what does this have to do with the Americans? This is Africa's affairs and Africa's borders. Why does America need to be involved in such affairs? It seems like America is panicking. But why would America panic? Well, I'll tell you why. Because Zambia, they have copper and cobalt. Namibia, they have uranium. And Botswana, everyone knows Botswana have some of the best diamonds. And I'm telling you, America realizes if these three countries, they unite, they have bargaining power. Now America cannot just say, hey, if you don't give me this, I'll go to your neighbor. No, now all the neighbors are working together, and America is very threatened over that.